What's up,
What
OG,
it
triple OG?
do? It's
OG,
your
triple,
man.
triple.
Y'all already know what it is.
OG.
We're rocking Corey in the 5150 show today. So, without further ado, let's get to the video.
But the shit don't last that long. We are fathers who've watched our children grow, and we already understand the difficulty of parenting. Parenting is quite a challenge in America, and I will say from my experience, men are stacked very high because you are trying to co-parent with someone who has rights. And I'm saying, like, I don't ever think men and women will stop making babies, because while we can still produce babies, because I think they're going to start manufacturing babies, while we can still produce babies, is really a beautiful thing. But I want to say to all of you new fathers out there, you're going to have to check the bit. It's no way around it, goddammit. Your baby mama will have your son in a tutu and a Burger King hat.
I'm not gay no more.
You have to understand it's not easy co-parenting. I remember, well, there's so many instances that I would have to say as a guy who's had 2 children, but, well, 2 and a possible. But I'm just saying, Craig is a good guy. Craig is going to try to do everything he can do to make situation a prosperous, happy one.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you come across some growing pains. I don't want to put you on the spot. I just thought about that. I'm trying to clean it up.
Tough. I mean, yeah, co-parenting is tough. I love my girl, though, so I know,
right?
You know, we're going to be all right.
Yeah.
There you go.
But,
that's the spirit when you have a child that's 2 weeks old.
You know what? You know what?
Yeah, but it's tough, though. You know, just, yeah, it brings something else out of you, having a baby.
Change your entire life. It's a
brings
whole
something else.
I would say as a man, but I was younger, so I was caught way off guard. My daughter was still infant stage, maybe about, let's just say, 7 months old. Let's just say that. When you find out somebody else fucking your baby mama,
You raggedy bitch.
while your child is still an infant, it is absolutely devastating to a man. I wasn't prepared for anything like that. When my daughter was about 7 months, 8 months.
So that makes you how old? Well, how old were you?
I don't know. I was a young man. Let's say 22.
22. Oh, yeah.
I had no idea to prepare for something like that, if you get what I'm saying.
Right.
So I was over there trying to get my daughter. You up there fucking somebody, bitch, give my daughter. Because I'm a young man.
Yeah.
And I remember when the police showed up.
Someone call 911.
The police officer literally grabbed me and put me in the car. I got lucky. I got a cop who probably knew the ropes.
Yeah.
And he drove me to the train station because he kept saying, "Where did you park over here?" I was like, "I don't have a car." He drove me to the train station.
Yeah.
He said, "Get on the train and go home. There's nothing you can do about that."
Wow.
And it caught me when he said it, because this was a big Caucasian male cop who looked like they motherfuckers locked up all the time.
Yeah.
But he knew. He was like, "There's nothing you can do about that. Get on the train and go home." And that was like the first part of separation from my daughter, because the train ride home is about an hour. And I started to really separate from my situation because I didn't know this happens.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I figure you got a baby with a woman, you are together.
What?
Nope.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is giving people out there, because I have people walk up to me and this type of perspective helps some people. When you have a child with a woman, you have no rights.
Nope.
They say, oh, they got father's rights attorneys. Yeah, okay. Only way you get rights is if that lady breaks the law. Then you can set it up where she's bad for the child and you might be able to get the child. Because I know somebody who got their child and the bitch did so much bogus shit, her visits with the child had to be supervised by a counselor or something. She couldn't be alone with the child because she was shitting on the father in a way where the court said, oh, you can't be alone with the child because you'll turn the child against the dad when you have your rights to visit.
Right.
The point I'm trying to make with all this, all you new fathers, and I'm talking indirect to my brother Craig, but I'm talking to the masses. You cannot control what happens in America with your child. You have to make sure you have a child with somebody who has the best interest of not only the child, the best interest of the father of the child.
You're goddamn right.
Now, of course, there's women out there that say, I don't got to have no best interest for the father of the child. Exactly. You don't need a baby by nobody that don't give a fuck about the child's father. If you got a child by a woman who don't give a fuck about the child's father, that child ain't going to give a fuck about the child's father either.
Yeah, it's a matter of time. Mm-hmm. It's a matter of time.
Just a matter of time. See, it's new in the beginning, and it starts to turn more and more into this big war. Because if you are a man and you're going to remain masculine, now if you're going to tuck your tail between your legs, you bought more time. You bought more time. But I'm telling you, man, fatherhood in America is a treacherous, treacherous thing. I saw something on Judge Judy where this girl was suing her father for the car that he bought her, but she didn't do something where he was like, no, she doesn't deserve the car. I'm not finna give it to her now until she completes what she needs to complete.
Right.
So she sued her father for the car. And that man broke down. Like, you really doing this? And the mother was against the father too, because they weren't together no more. And the man broke down and started crying. He said, tell me what to sign. He just signed it. I'm done with you. You lost a father over a car.
You big dummy.
Man.
That's what it says, see?
And the mother looked so satisfied.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that's what
that's
she
terrible.
wanted.
The point I'm trying to make to all you guys, mentally prepare for what is to come because the system supplies her with tools against you.
He ain't lying.
So, the most unimaginable things you can think of can happen with the father of the child. And I'm bold enough to say that and stand on that. Not just my situation. I'm talking about there's a million guys out here can give you this situation 1,000 times over. Me and my daughter have a strained, is that the word?
Strained, yeah.
Strained relationship, and it started with her mother because her mother did not want me to be someone looked like a hero to my daughter.
This bitch.
This is the lady that was on Monkey K show. Carla lied about almost everything she said. And I can't win that battle. It's a bitter bitch who's right where she was when I left. My daughter is 30-some years old. That bitch is in a worse predicament she was in when I left. What could you say? I give people heads up and let you know when you're dealing with females and their court system, it's rough. Now, if you got money to fight the court system, okay, that's different. But I'm saying when you're dealing with the female, soon as she threatens you about court, don't think it's a threat. It's going to happen. It's probably in motion already. My brother got sent to my brother had child support put on him and he lived with his kids. The girl,
And can I add something?
his kids, they live together, and she put him on child support. Can you even imagine getting some paperwork where you think it's a mistake and it ain't a mistake? Because the bitch was like, they sent you some child support.
Oh, wow.
What is wrong with them? The bitch was setting him up.
And
The
can I
bitch was setting him up.
add something to that too?
Go ahead.
Because somebody mentioned it, and it was right when it came across my thought. Being married doesn't help either. You know, most people go, "Oh, well, if you're married to," that does not help, and I can testify to that. And this is even back in the, and it's still the same in the court systems. My dad did not have any rights because of the gender. He was trying to get, Exactly. You have to file for custody and get your parental rights. But my dad was married to my mom and was the better parent, sane, everything, job, everything, just living court, everything.
But do you hear what Dee said? You have to file for custody.
And it was a never-ending battle.
Do you know what that means? You got to check in with them. You got to be part of the war too.
And she
You
had
got to
records.
check in with
You
the
know what I'm saying?
system
Yeah.
just to have a chance at rights.
Exactly.
Because if you don't check in with the system, she get all the rights.
You got to do it, yeah.
And you'll find this out as things go along. Because I ain't gonna lie, my son's mother is a gift from God. My son's mother root for me. Even though she married, you know what I'm saying? She got a husband. But my son's mother never tried to cause drama in my life. My son's mother deserves a trophy for all that she takes care of. She is a resilient woman, and I saw she was like very, very intelligent. So she went to this school, and it was a Caucasian school, and this racist teacher tried to flunk her out of school because she was on top of the grade thing. You get what I'm saying? I've seen what she went through to be where she is. She told me about how they don't respect her. She's got to her doctorate. They don't call her Dr. I ain't gonna even say her last name. She said they call me by my first name, but they call the other doctors doctors. This is what you up against when you motherfucking black in America, but she never tried to bring me down. My son's mother, it's like she got a pass for life from me. She got a pass for life from me because I learned from my first situation. My daughter's mother tried to destroy me every chance she got.
Go back down a little bit.
Yep.
Go back down just a little bit. guys.
So I'm saying when you like if something happens to you where it goes bad, you got to learn from that. You can't do that again. I'm talking about throughout life. You just can't be a person who keeps doing the same thing because then you're not a victim.
See what James Rucker said?
What'd he say?
James Rucker said, it helps to be good with the mother. She should go with you to obtain legal rights to the child when you're not married. Like, she shouldn't have a problem.
So you telling me, I mean, I hear what you're saying, Brother James Rucker.
You can let it
You
go.
telling me
Thanks,
it's women finna sign over what they are given to help the situation?
If
Who
they
you
have-
know do that?
That's what I'm saying. It would be nice if somebody did that.
Right. Who you know do that?
That's true. It
That
would be.
girl gonna be like, what is this? And they're gonna explain to her what it is, and she gonna say, hell no.
'Cause even
I'm
when
in
you're
charge.
married, you don't.
I can't torture this nigga if I give him rights. I can't use the system against him if I give him rights. I'm telling you, man, a baby is the most beautiful thing in the world, man, when you watching your baby. But I'm trying to tell everybody out there. I'm talking to the people who haven't had the child yet but might be trying to get the child. You need to be aware of the rights you have versus the rights the mother has. It's built that way to keep the family unbalanced and at war with each other. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And most of you will see. I hope you get blessed like I did with my son's mother. My son's mother I don't even know if she knows, but it ain't nothing she couldn't call me with. But she don't never need shit. She the provider. She's the one always holding shit down. So, you know, when you got people like that, they never need shit. You be like, what can you do? I don't fuck with her no more. Some people still fuck their baby mama. I don't fuck my baby mama no more. She got 3 kids besides my son. So, that monkey probably blew out anyway.
Her womb is so polluted.
But what I'm trying to say to you is this. No, I'm just with
Somebody said in Nevada they instantly have both equally.
Really?
That's what
In
somebody
Nevada,
just-
both
that's what he
parents
just-
have equal
that's what he
rights?
just said, yeah.
We'll check on
We'll have
that.
to check on that.
I don't know about that nowhere. But I'm saying, like, this ain't, and look, what I'm saying, I say this just because if you have no idea, you'll be like I was where the cops driving you to the train station. You better hope you get a cop that's cool. Because I was down there, I was downstairs, and I was calling that bitch, bring my daughter, I see this car out here.
That's what it really was.
I was a young, dumb, full of cum motherfucker.
That's what got you
and
going.
we didn't work out. And when I saw the other dude over there,
I knew it.
I didn't know.
That's
That
it.
I thought it was a violation of my, because I was around my daughter. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And now I can't come upstairs because motherfucker there this bitch.
Yeah,
I didn't know. I had no idea what to do. I didn't grow up with a father to be like, hey, that ain't how you do that. A hoe go be a hoe or nothing like that. I learned through the school of hard knocks. That's why I'm telling people who are in situations like I may have been in when I was 22 with a daughter that used to sleep on my chest. Like, you know, when you got a baby, you'll fall
The
asleep
bond,
without
yeah.
rolling over on the baby because it's something that it's that
Kicks in.
parenting nature
Yes.
that kick in. It's that love that can't really be explained. So can you imagine what happened when I found out? And this nigga was a limo driver.
Oh, they was using the limo.
When I saw that limo down there, bitch, that nigga over here.
That nigga got 4
They got a
parking
rolling,
spaces.
yeah,
Hold on.
and they got a rolling hotel room.
Hey, boy, that nigga was putting delivery dick in my bitch.
I cannot.
So I'm saying, man, like this speech might help somebody who's young and don't get it. That's why I say it. This speech is a motherfucker, man. I didn't have nobody to help me. I got lucky and a police officer, instead of taking me to jail, he drove me to Chicago, you're going to know what I'm talking about. He drove me to the train station in Forest Park at the Harlem exit and said, go home. There's nothing you can do about that. And when he said it, it hit me. I was like, I wanted to tell him, I don't have fare to get home. I'm gonna stand out here and beg for.
What'd you do? You jumped?
No, you beg for transfers.
Oh, okay.
See, when you get off the train, some people still have their transfer. You got to transfer you through it, so that when they give you the transfer, then you can get on the train.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So I had to wait for him to leave all the way
And then
before I
get a
could get on the train.
transfer. Oh, man.
Beg for transfers.
That's
out there.
humbling, man.
But yeah, it's like, man, hey, homie, you don't know. If you didn't grow up with a mother and a father who love you together,
Right.
you don't know. You find out the hard way. And you become jaded in some way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, yo, she got rights over my child and I can't do nothing but shut the fuck up. I just had my daughter. Not dude up there washing up in the sink. What, he still down there? When we gonna talk to him? 'Cause I'm stupid. I go talk to somebody now. I'll be,
Was
hey,
he,
homie,
was
let
he
me
your
tell you
guys'
something.
age too? Was he
I ain't gonna lie, I'm you, bitch. But that's just me fucking the bitch. I ain't gonna do nothing to your daughter, but take care of her with you, goddammit. I love the kid.
Was he older?
He was older.
Ooh.
He was older. I was 22. He was a limo driver. So what was he?
30-something, at least. Mid-30s, probably.
He was up there fucking my bitch Jack
You
Rabbit
shoulda
style.
asked him. You should have asked him to drop you off in the lift.
Well, when he through, tell him to take me home. So I said, I got a Tiger Woods master jacket on. Anyway, I'm just saying, man. Us young brothers, I mean, you young brothers out there, man, Your child is the priority. I'm telling you, your child is the priority. Try to do what you can to be a positive influence in their lives. You ain't got to drop snitch on nobody. I never talked about my daughter's mother to her until she hit that age where when she said, I don't have a coat, I be wearing 3 sweaters going to school. I showed her how much money she get in her name every month, and it doesn't make sense for you not to have a coat. That's the first time I ever said something about her mother. Because you don't have to, they figure it out when they get older.
Yeah.
They be like, you know what? You said all this shit about my pops, but I'm watching how you move.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
that's
you
it,
never, that's another thing. Don't shit on the other parent. I'm talking to men and women. Women don't shit on the men. Don't shit on the mother. The mother gonna show who she is. The father gonna show who he is. Now, I ain't gonna lie, with the father, it's different because he's not there most of the time. Most of us are in a situation where we have a baby by somebody we're not married to and live with.
Right.
So we have to understand if you're not there, who you are is being assassinated in a lot of situations.
Man.
Who you are is being assassinated in a lot of situations, and it's going to add up where it's going to show itself that you're being assassinated verbally.
That's terrible.
Remember Kwame was on the show?
Yeah.
Old girl was calling him a deadbeat dad, and
Yeah.
the judge wound up telling the lady, why did you call him a deadbeat dad when he does all this? Woo, woo, woo. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
That's they new shit. Everybody want to discredit you, but I tell you this about Corey Holcomb, credibility. I might be looked at a certain way, but you're not going to see me jammed up in a whole bunch of the shit that you assume me being jammed up in.
Hey, you know what? A child's first enemy is a broken parent.
Wow.
That every
Put it on a
time.
poster.
That's real shit, man.
That
Put
is-
it on a poster.
That's the next shirt.
Yeah, man. That's just the reality of it, man. It's,
God damn, that's so fucking real, dog. What's that say? Who's that name, D?
Mr. Juan Carlo.
In case, in my case, she wants more money and trying to say I was a bad influence for my kid. I have proof with a court social worker that I was a good father. Very sad, but I win. I got it back.
Oh, he won.
Yeah, I
Good
mean,
for
like,
you, Mr.
All you guys, let me tell you something. If you show a woman where you work and what you do, that's evidence for the courthouse. Now, you might not believe me because you might not think the world is scandalous. Everything you show her is going to be in court documented. Happened to me with all kind of, everything to go to court. Everything that woman know about you is going to be in court documents. Guaranteed. So if you the type of motherfucker who show a woman where you live, you show a woman where you work, you show a woman how you do this, how you do that, it'll be in court documents. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Fathers have no rights. I agree with Corey 100% totally. I've been in situations where I couldn't see my child sometime, or the woman, she just up and left, ain't tell me where she moved to. I haven't seen my son in years, and phone numbers got changed and things like that. Having this conversation, you know, it brings back a lot of memories and a lot of bullshit that I went through dealing with these women. Now, my first son, he's no longer here with us, and his mother had another dude thinking that my son was his. As far as that situation, it was one of the situations where I was like, okay, I'm hearing that she got another dude saying that the other dude is his father, and then she's telling me, well, no, that's your kid and this and that, and I'm letting her know, like, well, what about this other dude? And she want me to play dumb, like I'm stupid or something. But at the end of the day, with that story, she was 21 and I was 17 at the time, and it was like, you know, this is my baby, this is my son, you know what I'm saying? saying? It wasn't like I can be like, no, this is my son. I had him too. You know, I didn't even really know if he was my son or not. I didn't find out he was my son until he was what, 26, 25, something like that. After he got out of prison. Through all this time, she didn't even tell him that I was his father. He had to find out that I was his father when he got out of prison. I had a feeling that this might be your son. I didn't know though, but I had a feeling this might be your son because I always, you know, like somewhat kept in contact with her or somebody that knew her, you know, a mutual friend or something like that. And sometimes that mutual friend would be like, you know, that's your son.
Out of Peppy.
I don't care what she's saying. You know that's your son. He look just like you all. Y'all know how that stuff be going. But it's one of those things where she had control of my son's mind. I didn't never get to talk to my son until he was older. So he had already been poisoning. And at the end of the day, that's my mama. You know, that's how he felt. But I wanted to, you know what I'm saying, put her on Front Street. Like, damn, you know, you cheated me out of knowing my father. Out of me even knowing that my father wanted to be in my life. Just like my second son, you know, switching over to another story or whatever. My second son, his mother always felt like, you know, he need this or I need that or he need this and that. But what about, you know, him having his father in his life? The women don't care about that. They're always talking about somebody providing for their child, and that's all they really concerned with is the finances. But they're not concerned with that father being in that child's life. Corey said he didn't have a father in his life. I didn't have a father in my life, so I didn't know a lot of stuff. It's best for both parents to parent that child. It's best. That's why I'm with my wife now. We've been together for 20 years. We've been married for 20 years. Got 3 kids. It's not a day in my life that I haven't been with my kids. Since they was in the belly, I've been with my kids. Because I know, well, I didn't have things that I can tell my son that my dad could have told me. I'm not finna have them go through what I went through. It should be a mother and a father there to teach this child. You got the courts and you got the system that's against the family. Let's just, you know what I'm saying? Let's just call it how it is. The daddy, he don't got no rights. You know what I'm saying? I never had no rights. It's not easy co-parenting these kids and y'all not together. I always wanted my mother and my father to be together. My mother and my father was married. I always wanted them to be together. Always. You know what I'm saying? If I ask my kids today, oh, they want their father and their mother together. So my advice would be pick your poison carefully. Pick who you want to be the mother of your child carefully. Pick who you want to be the father of your child carefully. Because once it's done, it's done. That child is already here. You got to put away your selfish ways for these kids. You done lived your life. Don't make these kids go through probably the same bullshit that you went through. That's why I put it in my mind to do something, to make some changes, to do something about it. I don't want my kids to go through what I went through. There was this video where I seen where a lady, you know, she was causing so much drama for this man. All this man trying to do is just drop his kids off to her, you know, because they got to meet up at a police station.
Tell me what you did.
So I can't pick the kids up?
Tell me what you did.
They got a haircut, Kim.
Where? Where, Earl? You put a shaver to their head. How dare you do that?
You finished? And your mom was going to get the police, huh? Kim, would you please have them get the train off the car?
Answer the question.
I'm going to take the train from them, okay?
Take them and then they'll be bawling and it's all you. That's it.
They can't have the train on the car.
Well, then
now,
you need to answer the
then
question.
Why don't you back up from the car then?
You need to answer the question.
Back up from the car.
They're going to remember you as an image of taking this away.
Then back up from the car, Kim.
Then answer my question, please.
Back up from the car.
Answer my question.
Kim, you shouldn't be doing this in front of kids.
Would you please tell me? You're doing it, Earl. Who gave you the right to do that? Who gave you the right?
Oh, I wish you let me leave, Kim.
Who gave you the right? You were over an hour and a half late. Go ahead, get your turn, sweetie. Who gave you the right to shave their head?
What? Don't I pay child support? And don't they my kids too?
Child support has nothing to do. You are non-custodial with visitation. You have no rights whatsoever to do anything like this without consulting with me first.
Oh, here come your mama. I know it's about to get worse. Kim, you see, you can't let them scratch up the car.
I'm sorry. I need to know what you did.
I'm going to give it back. Daddy going to give it back. You can't scratch up the car, okay? Okay? Come on. Give Daddy a kiss. Give Daddy a kiss.
Give the car back.
Let me give him a kiss, Kim. Let him go.
Okay, give it the car. Give it.
Okay.
Give him the train.
Come get Daddy a kiss.
Get the train. Here, go over here. Take him. Give me the train.
You leaving now?
That's crazy. You putting all these people in your relationship, in your kids' life and all that stuff. They got to, see y'all going through this stuff. And the way this woman was putting on, I'm like, man, y'all, I got to show y'all. I got to dig this video up. But it was just a whole mess. The police getting involved. She's saying that he did something to her, but you can see in the video, this man ain't did nothing to her. This man just trying to give her the kids and get the hell on. It was all because of a haircut. He cut his boy's hair. That's crazy as hell. I got to go through you or ask you about cutting my kids' hair or having their hair cut or who cut their hair and all that, man. Y'all get the hell out of here with that crap, man. No, I'm not finna lay down on that. I'm not finna simp or tuck my tail or none of that. So I'll never tuck my tail about my kids. At the end of the day, if you gonna be like that and they give you all this control, then go ahead, you and that kid then. Bye. When that kid get older, maybe he'll get the knowledge and to know who was the problem. Because some of my kids come back and say, okay, Dad, I see what you was going through. I ain't gonna put nobody out there, but they like, I see who was the problem or whatever. But this thing with these women, 90% of the time it's the women, who try to control a man with a child or try to torture a man with a child to do what she want him to do. And me, myself, I wasn't having it. Not me. No, sir.
No, sir. Not me.
I was not having it. Hell no. I'm not finna dance to your music because you want me to do something. You want me to give you this. Or you want so much amount of money. Hell no.
Hell no.
Call them peoples then. God damn it. No. A wicked woman. I'm gonna say it like that. A wicked woman will tear a house down.
I'm gonna show you how a bitch go down a slide.
Will break a family up, will mess all kind of stuff up. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this. Do y'all think it'll be good to co-parent, or do y'all think it'll be better for them two people to be together and co-parent together? Y'all tell me what y'all think about in the comments. It's your man, y'all already know what it is. To the next video, it's Ghetto Talk. Up out of here, peace.